Here I'd like to show you how students, even at the very beginning, where they don't really know much about mechanisms yet, can understand how mechanism moves. And there's a specific option here. You can import a background image under settings. And let's take a look at that. I took a photo of a bottle cleaning machine, as you see here. And I've inserted this dynamically, meaning it changes. Just to see what's possible, you can also make this background image static, in which case the mechanism you build behind it changes, while the image remains static. And you can also make it fill the window, though that's not very practical. We'll use it dynamically. And what do we have here? This is a photo of a mechanism used for bottle cleaning. We see bottles arriving here. These bottles are transported in here to eventually be inserted into this unit and then cleaned. There appears to be a crank here that turns, which moves something and activates this red lever, which causes the bottle to be fed in. To visualize this, you can easily recreate it in quick build mode. What you can see is that there's definitely a fixed point here and a fixed point here. And we also have a fixed point here. No, I have to move this one like this. Oops, sorry. I have to move this one over here. So I have a fixed point here. Now this is bothering me, so I can just make it invisible. Then I'll only have the fixed points here. What I know about this fixed point is that it might have a crank that rotates here, and then this blue link goes here, and the blue link has a revolute joint here, but the blue link also has a revolute joint here, and the blue link might also have a revolute joint here. Then I know that this link down here is connected to this one. Now this one here is also connected to this one via this red one, and via this revolute joint, and connected to this revolute joint, but I can't connect that to it now. I could, of course, create a revolute joint here. I could also connect the revolute joint to this. That's very nice. But I can't connect the revolute joint to this. Why not? Because each revolute joint can only be connected to one other. And as you can see here, or rather the students can see, or I can explain it this way, there's another frame joint here. So I can look at it and say, I'm going to add another joint here. This is another frame joint, and I place it here and connect it to that one. Then I connected that, but I know that this one is naturally above the other one. And I can adjust this even better. I remove this one again, and I see the degree of freedom is 1. I actually just need one more drive. I'll add a constant drive here, and I can see it's already moving. Oh, what I'm actually seeing now as a student is that it's moving and no connection is actually required here. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, with the frame, a 6-link mechanism. What I could do now is add a link point here. The link point should be at this tip. And then I can run it and see, somehow the bottle isn't being guided that way at all. I have to do something about that. It's turning the other way. And I can change the drive here, drive, reverse the drive direction. And what do we have now? Now it seems to be working better. Let's take a look at the path here, here, here. Then you can see the path here, and I switch to quick build mode, and we see how the bottle moves. But what's going on here with the cylinder? Well, I can say, I can from here, add a 2-stroke, and then I set it to be a prismatic joint. That's how it would be. Here I can adjust the prismatic joint's direction. You can also set it over here, and now I see, yeah, that's a prismatic joint. Now you can see there's nothing happening there, but I could change that to a drive function. Then I'd remove that, I'd remove that, and I'd remove that. What would I do then? I want to install a spring damper system there. So I go here, I create a link point, and I place that link point here, and I make it invisible again, so it doesn't stand out. And from this link, I also create a link here, because between two links, I can create a spring damper system. And then I can easily install a spring damper system here. That means from here and here, and suddenly it's in place. You can also see that something is happening here with the forces acting on it. We don't want to study those in detail right now, but I can influence them through the parameters of the spring damper system. This makes it quite easy for students to figure out how a mechanism moves and what's behind it without having to resort to a lot of analytical functions right away.